If your iPhone or iPad is running out of storage space and you're not quite sure on what to do to fix this, then stay tuned to this video. Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to run through several options and methods that are available to free up storage on your iOS devices. Your iPhone and iPad come with set storage capacities from 16GB to 512GB for your iPhone and 16GB to 1TB for your iPad. While it's always a good idea to purchase an Apple device with the biggest storage you can afford, after a while even the highest storage devices can fill up. Whether it's photos, music or apps you download, all of that content has to live somewhere on your device. Apple are aware that many people struggle to manage their storage on their devices, which is why Apple have introduced more tools with their software updates to tackle this well-known problem. If you stay to the end of this video, I'm going to recommend my top tech gift for helping with the storage on your iPhone or iPad. Okay, let's jump in. Let's launch the Settings app and select General. Now tap on the phone storage or iPad storage if you're using an iPad. The amount of storage space you've used is shown on the color-coded bar at the top. Below, you may see a list of recommendations for optimizing storage by reviewing and deleting large attachments. For example, as you can see here, I've got quite a lot of videos and we are going to run through this first. What we're going to do is go into our videos, and if we tap a file, we can view that up close. What you can also do is if you swipe left on an item in the file list, this will bring up an option to delete it. You can also bulk delete files by tapping on the edit button in the upper right corner of the screen. These recommendations are followed by a list of installed apps and the amount of storage each one uses. The list also tells you when you last used each app, allowing you to easily find and delete the apps that you haven't used for a while or maybe not at all. A list of all the apps, and this is including the stock apps on your iOS device, will load in order of size with the largest apps listed first. Scroll down the list and look at the last used date underneath the title of each app. If it's been several weeks or months since you opened an app or it says never used, then consider uninstalling it. Tap the app in the list. Now, as you can see, there are two uninstall options presented here. We've got an offload option and a delete option. When you delete an app, its icon, app data, and any user generated data is removed. That's fine if you don't intend to use the app again. However, Apple also lets you offload apps, which frees up storage space but leaves the app's icon and user data in place. Another option that Apple added to iOS not so long ago is the ability to prevent your iPhone or iPad from automatically installing software updates. It used to be the case that new software updates were downloaded automatically in the background and then installed through an automatic updates feature. However, in iOS 13.6 and later, the Settings app includes toggles that let you choose whether updates are automatically downloaded. Just launch the Settings app on your iPhone or iPad, select General, Software Update, tap Customize Automatic Updates. Just a note on this that the download iOS updates and install iOS update toggles are enabled by default, so if you do want to turn off automatic updates and installations entirely, you need to toggle them off. Now let's go and see how we can free up space that's taken up by photos. The photos that you keep on your iPhone or iPad naturally take up storage space on your device, which can fill up quickly depending on the available storage capacity and how much content you have. If you see a message that your device's storage is full, it's worth checking out a system option called Optimize Storage, which is designed to work with iCloud Photos. This feature replaces full resolution photos on your iOS device with smaller device-sized versions that take up a lot less storage space, while the full resolution images remain off device. All you have to do is launch Settings on your iPhone or iPad, scroll down and tap Photos, make sure iCloud Photos is toggled on, and tap Optimize iPhone or iPad storage. Once that's selected, your full resolution photos will automatically be replaced with smaller versions that take up a lot less storage space on your device, while the full resolution images remain off device in iCloud. Another way of pruning your photo library is checking for redundant shots taken in burst mode. Burst mode refers to when the camera on your iOS device captures a series of photos in rapid succession at a rate of 10 frames per second. It's a great way to shoot an action scene or an unexpected event, since you're always more likely to end up with the picture you were aiming for. But it also generates a lot of unwanted images, so it's good practice to pick out the best image for safekeeping and delete the rest to save on storage space. All you have to do is launch the Photos app on your iOS device, scroll down and select the Burst album from the list. If you don't see it, you haven't taken any burst shots. So tap a burst to view it, then tap select at the bottom of the screen. Tap each image in the series that you want to keep. Any dots you see below the images in a burst indicates that Apple's algorithms think that they have the best focus and detail in the set, but of course you may think differently. Tap Done in the top right hand corner of the screen to keep only the images that you ticked in the burst series. Select Keep Only Favorites from the pop-up menu. If you have an older iPhone, you can also save space when shooting in HDR. On the iPhone X and earlier models, when the camera takes an automatic HDR photo, it can also optionally keep the standard shot in your photo library, which is useful for comparison or for when the HDR picture doesn't come out as expected. However, if you want, you can disable this function and thereby save yourself some storage space. All you have to do is launch the Settings app on your iPhone, tap Camera. Under HDR High Dynamic Range, tap the switch next to Keep Normal Photo so that the toggle is no longer showing green. That's all there is to it. Your camera roll will no longer be cluttered up with copies of photos with this option disabled. Now what we're going to do is talk about how you can save space when it's being took up by videos. Some of the previous photo tips do apply to videos stored in your device's photo library. However, there are other ways to prevent video content from eating up storage space. For example, you can customize the resolution and frame rate of recorded video to reduce the file size. If you want to reduce a video file size, choose between 720p and 1080p HD at 30 frames per second. Now, if you do have an iPhone 11 or later models, you can change the video resolution and frame rate on the fly from within the camera app. All you have to do is launch the Settings app on your iOS device, scroll down and tap on Camera. Tap Record Video and select a resolution and frame rate to record the video at. Note that shooting in 4K options take the most space. There are several ways to trim the fat from Messages app. For example, iOS can be automated to discard old messages that have been on your device for longer than a specific period of time. All you have to do is launch the Settings app on your iPhone or iPad, scroll down and tap Messages. Under Messages History, tap Keep Messages. Select from the options 30 days, 1 year, or forever, and tap Delete to confirm. Another thing you can do, Messages in iCloud, as the name suggests, stores your messages in Apple's cloud servers rather than on each of your individual devices. One of the benefits is that your messages, photos, and other message attachments are stored in iCloud, which frees up space on your devices. You can enable this in the Settings app by tapping on your Apple ID banner and selecting iCloud and Messages. Now, if you have stayed to the end of the video, I did say that I would recommend a tech gadget that I have used in the past and I absolutely love, and I think that it works so well. It's very easy to use. and it would sort out a lot of storage issues. So what I'm going to recommend is the SanDisk iExpand USB flash drive. Go for your iPhone or iPad. So the reason I am recommending this is not everyone likes to store their files, pictures, and videos on a cloud storage like iCloud or Google Photos. So this is where this comes in handy. This stores it onto a USB pen, and the great thing about it is you can password protect all of your information that you are putting onto the USB pen. What you can do is you can choose between different storage sizes, as you can see here. You can also choose between different styles. Now you can see here we've got the loop style, and then we have the swivel style. I will say that I do prefer the swivel style purely because you can pop that onto a set of keys and have that with you at all times. You can automatically back up your photos and videos. You can quickly move your content from your iExpand drive to your computer using the high-speed USB 3.0 connector. And like I said, you can password protect your files across iPhone, PC, and Mac. Now, I will leave the link down in the description below. This is an affiliate link, which means that if you click on that link and you make a purchase, then I get a small percentage back to help my channel grow. You do not pay any extra by clicking on the link or by purchasing this device.